This is the new Aygo Cross. It's the third generation of Toyota's city car, bringing a more SUV style design to the class, while still focusing on offering low running costs and value for money. And there's only one engine, a 1 litre 3-cylinder petrol with 72 horsepower. It's quite a clever car, the Aygo Cross. Despite it being 3/4 the length of a Range Rover, it's got 5 doors, seats 4, even if 2 are in rear facing child seats. I've got one of my children's seats in there because I'm going to sit in the other seat in a minute, and it's 24 centimetres longer than the previous generation Aygo, which means a decent sized boot. Specifically, it has 231 litres, which is 60 litres more than the previous generation Aygo, and it's slightly less than the Hyundai i10, which is its closest rival. And I can show you that when you fold down the rear seats, you get 829 litres of space. There are also neat little weight and cost-saving touches, such as the all-glass rear tailgate, which has been an Aygo signature since the 2005 original, and simplified rear windows, which pop out instead of winding down. Reminds me of my old Citroën AX GT I had many years ago. You can't entirely beat the laws of physics, though. It's both a squeeze to get into this narrow door aperture, and then once inside, there's not that much space. Also, it's a bit of a shame there are only 2 seats back here. Some rivals can squeeze in a 3rd rear seat passenger. In the front, you get a better deal. There's plenty of legroom and plenty of headroom, and these seats, although slim, are sufficiently grippy and surprisingly comfortable. You get a real feel for how much big car stuff there is on offer too. This is only the mid-spec Edge trim, yet you've got climate control, automatic wipers, automatic LED headlights with high beam assist and 18-inch alloys. All models get this central touchscreen, which is either 7, 8 or 9 inches and is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatible. And if you go for the top spec models, that's also wireless. And you get this cute little driver's display here, which shows various bits of info about your car, music or safety features. Perhaps more importantly, every Aygo gets lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking and a reversing camera as standard. As with those pop-out windows in the rear, there are telltale signs in the front that you're in a budget car. For example, the electric windows don't get a one-touch function. There are only 2 air vents, there's no central air vents like you get in most cars, and the steering wheel only adjusts for height and not reach. Despite those budget measures, it's not actually all that cheap though. It's noticeably more expensive than a Hyundai i10, and the top spec exclusive models are competing on cost with much larger, more grown-up cars such as the Ford Fiesta and Volkswagen Polo. At least the generous equipment levels justify that to an extent. Despite being less than half the weight of a Land Cruiser, Toyota's largest SUV, the Aygo Cross's performance is not exactly explosive. It has 72 horsepower available and takes 14.9 seconds to get to 62 miles per hour. That's not a huge problem in a city car, but it's also true that a Hyundai i10 feels much more perky. In fact, on dual carriageways and motorways, you have to work that non-turbo 1 litre really hard to keep up with traffic, and you may well have to change down a gear or 2 to tackle steep hills. Revving the engine out is quite a noisy experience too. This is not a car for relaxed motorway cruising. There are upsides to that lightweight design and small engine though, and one of them is fuel economy. The official WLTP test put the Aygo Cross's fuel economy at 56.5 miles per gallon, and we've got surprisingly close to that. The other is that the car feels pretty agile. It's fairly keen to change direction, the steering is lightweight but very precise, and there's a decent amount of grip and surprisingly little body lean. The short throw on the gear shift has quite a satisfying feel to it, which is a good thing because in the manual you'll be changing gears a lot. The clutch is light, which can mean that sometimes it's a little difficult to find the biting point. The ride is pretty firm, but it's more comfortable, composed and less fidgety than you might expect from such a small car. The short wheelbase does make the Aygo a little susceptible to buffeting from crosswinds though. Looked at objectively, the Aygo is a bit of a mixed bag. The interior packaging is impressive given its tiny exterior dimensions, especially when it comes to the infotainment system, and its low running costs will definitely appeal to your wallet or purse. However, it's a little pricey to buy in the first place, especially higher end models, and it's a little slow, noisy and unrefined at times. But the Aygo Cross is a stylish, funky looking city car that's packed with characters. If you fall for its charms, it's more than likely you'll be able to overlook its foibles. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're considering buying a Toyota Aygo Cross or indeed any car, head to cargurus.co.uk to find loads of great cars for sale from top-rated dealers, and with our super clever pricing technology, we'll even tell you whether it's a good deal or not.